ऋषया ऊचुः त्वया खलु पुराणानि त्वया खलु पुराणानि स इतिहासानि च अनघ सेतिहासानि च अनघ आख्यातानि अपि अधीतानि आख्यातानि अपि अधीतानि धर्मशास्त्राणि यानि उत धर्मशास्त्राणि यानि उत ऋषया ऊचुः त्वयि खलु पुराणानि सेतिहासानि चानघ आख्यातानि अपि अधीतानि धर्मशास्त्राणि यानि उत ऋषया ऊचुः त्वया खलु पुराणानि सेतिहासानि चानघ आख्यातानि अपि अधीतानि धर्मशास्त्राणि यानि उत ऋषया ऊचुः त्वया खलु पुराणानि सेतिहासानि चानघ आख्यातानि अपि अधीतानि धर्मशास्त्राणि यानि उत Synonyms: Rishayah, the sages. Uchuhu, said. Tvaya, by you. Khalu, undoubtedly. Puranani, the supplements to the Vedas with illustrative narrations. Sa itihasani, along with the histories. Cha, and Anagha, freed from all vices. Akhyatani, explained. Api, although. Aditani, well read. Dharmashastrani, scriptures giving right directions to progressive life. Yani, all these. Utha, said. Translation and purport by Its Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation: The sages said, Respected Sutta Goswami, you are completely free from all vice. You are well versed in all the scriptures famous for religious life and in the Puranas and the histories as well. For you have gone through them under proper guidance and have also explained them. Please repeat the translation. The sages said, Respected Sutta Goswami, You are completely free from all wise. You are well versed in all the scriptures, famous for religious life, and in the Puranas and the histories as well. For you have gone through them under proper guidance and have also explained them. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. A Goswami or the bona fide representative of Srila Vyasadeva must be free from all kinds of vices. The four major vices of Kali Yuga are illicit connection with human, animal slaughter, intoxication, speculative gambling of all sorts. A Goswami must be free from all these vices before he can dare sit on the Vyasasana. No one should be allowed to sit on the Vyasasana who is not spotless in character and who is not freed from the above mentioned vices. He not only should be free from all such vices, but must also be well versed in all revealed scriptures or in the Vedas. The Puranas are also parts of the Vedas, and histories like the Mahabharata or Ramayana are also parts of the Vedas. The Acharya, the Goswami, must be well acquainted with all these literatures. To hear and explain them is more important than reading them. One can assimilate the knowledge of the revealed scriptures only by hearing and explaining. Hearing is called Shravana and explaining is called Kirtana. The two processes of Shravana and Kirtana are of primary importance to progressive spiritual life. Only one who has properly grasped the transcendental knowledge from the right source by submissive hearing can properly explain the subject. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadhi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabho Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadhi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So in today's verse, the sages of Naimisharanya are describing the qualities of Suta Goswami, and they are pointing out the special qualifications of Suta Goswami. So they are saying, respected Suta Goswami, you are completely free from all vice. You are well versed in all the scriptures famous for religious life and in the Puranas and the histories as well. For you have gone through them under proper guidance and have also explained them. So these are the qualities of a person who can sit on a Vyasasana. Okay. Of course, this seat where preachers sit and give class, that is not Vyasasana. So, so where Prabhupada is sitting, the Acharyas, the self-realized souls, where they sit and give pravachan, that is called Vyasasana. What we all sit is called preacher's asana. So we just sit on a preacher's asana and repeat whatever Prabhupada has told. Okay. So, no, you should not misunderstand that, we are also sitting on a Vyasa. Actually, nobody can sit on Vyasasana just like that. There are so many qualifications, there are so many eligibilities required to sit on a Vyasasana, which are delineated in these shlokas, and in the purport also Srila Prabhupada has explained very well about the qualifications of a person who can sit on Vyasasana and guide and enlighten other souls. So, Vyasasana means it is the seat of Vyasadeva, a representative of Vyasadeva, one who is a bona fide representative of Vedavyas, as good as Vedavyas, and as enlightened, as self-realized as Vedavyas, can sit on Vyasasana. That is the position of great acharyas, parampara acharyas, disciplic succession who come in a parampara system. These acharyas, who are bona fide representative of Veda Vyas, can sit on Vyasasana and enlighten other fallen souls. So, this is very essential because nowadays it has become a fashion that anyone and everyone can sit on a Vyasasana and then, and they talk about Krishna, they talk about Bhagavatam, and people go to such people and hear from them, and they do not make any progress, any advancement, because that is not beneficial for the soul. So we should hear from a transparent via media, we should hear from a genuine spiritual master coming in a disciplic succession who is a true representative of Veda Vyas. So that is the qualification required. So then the hearer, the people who give an oral reception to those topics, they will make advancement in spiritual life. That attraction for Krishna will awaken in them. Otherwise, if a person is not bona fide, if the true representative of Veda Vyas, if you are not hearing from Prabhupada, if you do not regularly hear from Prabhupada, if you don't read from Prabhupada's books, and if you don't regularly hear Srila Prabhupada's writings, his words, his Vani, then there is no progress of Krishna consciousness. We will not be able to advance in Krishna consciousness. We will become stagnant or we may even fall back. So, it is very essential that we hear from a bona fide source. And what are the qualities of a person who is able to sit on Vyasasana? Here in this translation, the sages of Naimisharanya are specifically pointing out these qualifications of Suta Goswami. So they are saying, respected Suta Goswami, you are completely free from all vice. You are well versed in all the scriptures famous for religious life and in the Puranas and histories as well. See, first of all, they should be free from all the vices. All vices means all the sinful tendencies. So in the Kali Yuga, the four major vices are, as Prabhupada has told in purport, that illicit connection with human, animal slaughter, intoxication and speculative gambling of all sorts. So, a person must be spotless in character. He should not have any, sinful tendencies. These are the four pillars of sinful activities: meat eating, intoxication, gambling and illicit affairs. So these are the pillars of sinful activities. So, of course, in the life of Prabhupada, we can see Prabhupada's life is spotless. He is totally free from any of these. He was born in a very pure Vaishnava family. Srila Prabhupada took birth in a great Vaishnava family. And from his birth itself, he was unheard of all these sinful tendencies. And next qualification is, you are well versed in all the scriptures famous for religious life in the Puranas and histories as well. And the person who is eligible to sit on Vyasasana must be well versed in all the scriptures. He should be thoroughly well versed with all the Vedic Shastras as well as in the Puranas and the histories as well. Now, to give a hint about how much Srila Prabhupada was well versed in all the Shastras, just by, in Bhagavad Gita itself, what all the books Srila Prabhupada has quoted while writing purports. The vast knowledge Srila Prabhupada had about Vedic scriptures is unbelievable, actually. So, of course, in this edition it is not given. There is another edition where they have listed all the Shastras quoted by Srila Prabhupada while writing purports. Where and all, what all scriptures Srila Prabhupada has quoted. I was going through one list actually. How much Srila Prabhupada has studied different Shastras. And here there is a list. One devotee, one of the disciples of Prabhupada has compiled all the various Shastras quoted by Srila Prabhupada. It's very interesting to know actually. So here it is mentioned, the various Puranas in Prabhupada's books, what all the Puranas Srila Prabhupada has quoted. That means he has studied all these literatures, otherwise he cannot quote. So it is mentioned here like there are 23 different Puranas quoted by Srila Prabhupada. The Adi Purana, Agama Purana, Agni Purana, Bhavishya Purana, Brahma Purana, Brahma Vaivarta Purana, Brahmanda Purana, Brihad Naradiya Purana, Garuda Purana, Kuma Purana, like innumerable literatures Srila Prabhupada quotes while writing purports. And Mahapurana, Markandeya Purana, Matsya Purana, Padma Purana, and there are references also where these quotations are there, which places, so Skanda Purana, Vaishnaviya Purana, Vamana Purana, Varaha Purana, Vayu Purana, and Vishnu Purana. Like this, so many Puranas Srila Prabhupada has read, and then Samhitas also. Like what are the Samhitas Srila Prabhupada has quoted in his books? Very interesting. Again, there are 22 different Samhitas Prabhupada quotes in many of his writings. Agasya Samhita, Ananta Samhita, Atharva Veda Samhita, Bharadwaja Samhita, Bhrugu Samhita, Brahma Samhita, Chandoga Samhita, Katyayana Samhita, Maha Samhita, Manu Samhita, Narayana Samhita, Parama Samhita, Paramahamsa Samhita, Parashara. I don't know how did Prabhupada find time to read all these literatures, all these books, and then he's able to quote all these statements in many of his writings. And then he has quoted Upanishads also. There are so many Upanishads Prabhupada quotes in his writings. It's very bewildering actually. How did Prabhupada remember so much Vedic texts? Aitareya Upanishad, there are 28 Upanishads he quotes in various books of Prabhupada, like Aitareya Upanishad, Amrita Bindu Upanishad, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Chaitanya Upanishad, Chandogya Upanishad, Garga Upanishad, Gita Upanishad. Of course, there are 108 principal Upanishads. So Prabhupada has quoted 28 different Upanishads in many of his writings. Khali Santarana Upanishad, Katha Upanishad, Kena Upanishad, Maha Upanishad, Mandukya Upanishad, Mautika Upanishad. There are 28 different Upanishads Prabhupada has quoted in his writings. And then different Tantras, like, so these are just a sample of Prabhupada's vast knowledge of Shastras. And then he says Brahma Yamala Tantra, Gautamiya Tantra, Hayashirsha Pancharatra, Krishna Yamala Tantra, Mrityunjaya Tantra, Narada Pancharatra, Satvata Pancharatras, Swayambhuva Tantra, Tantra Bhagavata, Tantra Nirnaya. There are 16 different Tantras Prabhupada has quoted in various books, in his various writings. So like this, it's very bewildering. How did Prabhupada read all these scriptures and he could memorize everything, and then at the right place he has quoted all these Shastric conclusions, and then he establishes Gaudiya Vaishnava Siddhanta. So these are all the qualifications of a person who can sit on Vyasasana. His knowledge is as vast as Vedavyas. Of course, a pure devotee, Mahabhagavata, he is in direct touch with Super Soul. So he is in direct contact with the Super Soul, Paramatma in the heart. So he takes direction from the Lord live. There is a live one-on-one interaction with the Super Soul and Srila Prabhupada. So there's a relay transmission going on like that. So that's why he can know everything. Yasmin vignate sarvam evam vignatam bhavati. Anyone who understands Krishna, they know everything, because they are taking direct directions from the Lord in the heart. So they know everything, and they can know everyone's heart, everyone's mind, because Super Soul Paramatma knows everyone's heart. What is going on in my heart, Super Soul knows. And if a person can establish a connection to the Super Soul, then he will know what is happening in my heart, in your heart, in everyone's heart. So Prabhupada can read the mind of everyone, can understand the thoughts and desires of everyone. So like that. And another thing is that, like, not just studying and reading scriptures. Here, in this translation, these sages are saying that you are well versed in all the scriptures famous for religious life and in the Puranas and histories as well, for you have gone through them under proper guidance. It's not that, one can study literatures and then become a self-realized soul. It should be studied under proper guidance. That means you should also take shelter of another guru, and under his direction you should study these literatures and become self-realized. Not on their own. Tadera Vaishnava Sevi, like Narottam Das Thakur has mentioned like that. So he says that Tadera Charana Sevi Bhakta Sane Vas Janame Janame Ho E Abhilash. And then he also says, like Narottam Das Thakur has mentioned, Chadiya Vaishnava Seva Nistare Payeche Keba. Chadiya Vaishnava Seva Nistare Payeche Keba. Giving up Vaishnava Seva, nobody can attain self-realization. So without serving Guru, without serving the spiritual master, without serving the Parampara Acharya, nobody can become self-realized. It's not that Prabhupada on his own he studied all Vedic literatures and became self-realized. It's not like that, isn't it? Prabhupada always carried out the order of his spiritual master, his Guru. So without serving the predecessor Acharya, without serving the Guru, nobody can achieve Krishna, or nobody can become self-realized. So that is against Siddhanta. So here the sages are also saying this, that Sutta Goswami, you have studied all the scriptures and you have gone through them under proper guidance, and I have also explained them. So under proper guidance, under proper guru, like, because where did Sutta Goswami hear all this knowledge? Sutta Goswami heard it from Shukadeva Goswami, isn't it? It's not that he is manufacturing his own knowledge, his own understanding. He is also hearing it from a bona fide Parampara Acharya. Similarly, Prabhupada also, he engaged in the service of the predecessor Acharya. Like, he always said that, whatever I am doing, is as per the direction of my Guru, and for his pleasure, for his satisfaction. Prabhupada sacrificed so much. He took up so much of austerity and tapasya just to please his Guru. So one has to serve a bona fide Acharya, Vaishnava, Guru, Parampara Guru, and by serving a Guru, one can become a self-realized soul. So these are the qualifications of a person who can sit on Vyasasana. So without judging, without making a proper assessment whether he is a true Guru, is a true Parampara Acharya or not, nowadays people just like that, very blindly they go and hear from anybody speaking about Bhagavatam. Nowadays it has become a trend like that. There are so many so-called bogus gurus or so-called bogus Bhagavata Saptaha speakers are there, especially in Vrindavan and in all the holy places. They conduct so many Saptahas, and Bhagavata reciters are there very artistically, very, very very attractive way they present Bhagavatam. But unless they possess these qualifications, these type of this kind of eligibilities, nobody can sit on Vyasasana. And if they hear from such a person, it is of no use. They can go on hearing for hundreds of years. Prabhupada used to mention like that. One can go on hearing like that for hundreds of years from all these professional Bhagavatam reciters. These professional Bhagavatam reciters, just to attract people and to make a livelihood. These people, they made it as a business, just to earn their livelihood, paid puja, to want to earn their livelihood and take care of their family, take care of their bodily necessities. So this is their livelihood. Just like people have different type of businesses, so this Bhagavad Katha is also one type of business for them. Like I take a Bhagavad Katha, and then people give some dakshina. With that I maintain my life. They are called as professional Bhagavatam reciters. These professional Bhagavatam reciters, those who go to such people, they cannot make any advancement in Krishna consciousness. Because, first of all, they themselves do not know Krishna in truth. Because who can know Krishna? Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavanaschasmi tatvataha. Krishna has told many times, only a true devotee can know me. Not all these people those who are pure devotees, only they know. Not those who teach Bhagavatam for their livelihood. That is not pure devotional service. Pure devotional service must be ahaituke apratihata. It should be ahaituke, unmotivated. Not that with some motivation I do some bhakti. So these professional Bhagavatam reciters, they themselves are not realized Krishna, and how can they make others realized in Krishna? Not possible. So that's why there is one instance where Swarup Damodar Goswami, the personal secretary to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Swarup Damodar Goswami was a personal associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, secretary to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he was very dear to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Swarup Damodar Goswami would sing very beautifully all the Jayadeva Goswami song, Chandi, the poet Chandi's songs, and different Vaishnava songs, and make Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very happy. So, Swarup Damodar Goswami had another role to play. Swarup Damodar, he would screen any writings about Lord Krishna. Because there are so many writers, so many scholars who would come to Puri and they want to read their writings in front of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That, I have written such a beautiful poem, I have written a very nice play on Lord Krishna. Now I want Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to hear this and certify it, like that. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would not allow anyone to come and recite any of these things, because they will not be well versed with Siddhanta, that Vaishnava Siddhanta they will not be aware of, because they have not gone through the process of Krishna consciousness, that they are not served a Vaishnava, they have not gone through this Vaishnava practices, Krishna consciousness practices. Suddenly, simply on their own, just to display their scholarship, they will write something about Krishna, some composition, different poems, and they come before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu want to recite it. So, Swarup Damodara used to be the first, like he would, the people who want to recite it, first they should come to Swarup Damodar Goswami, and then unless he approves, they cannot go to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He would first of all hear it, screen it. If it is in line with Siddhanta, Vaishnava Siddhanta, then only they can go to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and recite it. Otherwise they'll simply waste Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gets very angry if there is any rasa bhasa, any kind of mixing up of devotional rasas. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would be very angry with them. He would chastise them severely. And so to avoid all these unpleasant circumstances, Swarup Damodar would first of all, because he is personal secretary to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so he would first of all screen it. If it is in line with Vaishnava Siddhanta, only then he would allow them to go to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So once a poet from East Bengal, he came to Puri, Jagannath, where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was residing, and he was a big scholar in Sanskrit, and he had written a play on Lord Krishna's pastimes. So he was thinking, I have written a very beautiful play on Lord Krishna's pastimes. I'll go before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and recite this play. So first of all, Swarup Damodar has to read it and then give an opinion. Only then he can go to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So as soon as Swarup Damodar heard this composition, immediately in the very first shloka only he picked up many faults in this. This is not in line with Vaishnava Siddhanta. This is Apasiddhanta you are presenting. So he said, this cannot be read before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You don't know, first of all, you don't know what is Vaishnavism, what is Krishna Bhakti, and you write something on Krishna Bhakti. So that poet became very discouraged. He was very upset. Then, in order to encourage him, Swarup Damodar gives him an advice, Swarup Damodar Goswami. What advice does he give him? He says, Jaho Bhagavata Pariyo Vaishnavera Sthane. Ekanta Ashraya Karo Chaitanya Charane Chaitanyera Bhakta Ganera Nitya Karo Sangha Tabe to Janivo Siddhanta Samudra Taranga. So he says that Jaho Bhagavata Pariyo Vaishnavera Sthane. You have to read Bhagavata, you have to understand Bhagavatam from Vaishnavera Sthane, under the direction, under the guidance of true Vaishnavas, under the direction of Bhagavatas. Only then one can understand what is Bhagavatam. Otherwise, we simply make some concoctions. So he says, Ekanta Ashraya Karo Chaitanya Charana. You should take shelter of Chaitanya's lotus feet. In your heart and mind, you take shelter of Chaitanya's lotus feet. And Chaitanyara Bhakta Ganera Nitya Karo Sangha. And you live in association of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's devotees. Tabete Janibo Siddhanta Samudra Tarange. Then you can understand Siddhanta Samudra Taranga. Unless you live in association of devotee, you engage in the service of Vaishnavas, and you fix up your mind on the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, only then you can understand. Otherwise not possible. You will not be able to understand what is, Siddhanta. So that's why, so one who wants to give a talk on Srimad Bhagavatam, first of all, he has to become a pure devotee, he has to be a Vaishnava, and then he can speak about Bhagavatam. So that's why Sanatana Goswami also has quoted a very interesting shloka from Padma Purana. What is that shloka? Avaishnava mukhad girna puta harikatamritam shravanam na kartavyam sarpo chishta payoyataha. He says. So don't hear anything about Krishna from a person who is not a Vaishnava. He says, Avaishnava mukhad girna puta harikatamritam shravanam na kartavyam. He says, Avaishnava, he is not a pure devotee, he is not a Vaishnava. And then from them you go and hear about Krishna Katha. Harikatha amrutam shravanam na kartavyam. Actually Harikatha is like an amruta, it's a nectar. No, as soon as we hear Srimad Bhagavatam and the topics of Lord Krishna, it is nectarian actually, and it is nourishing to the Atma, nourishing to the soul, to the body, to the mind, everything actually. It is so powerful. But if the reciter is a Avaishnava, he is not a devotee, he is a Mayavadi, he is a Avaishnava. From such a person if you hear, then what happens? Sarpo chishta payoyataha. Paya means what? Milk. Milk is very nutritious. Of course, milk is such a nutritious food. Nothing can match to the nutritional value of milk. But if the same milk is touched by a serpent, then what happens? It becomes poisonous, isn't it? So if you drink that milk, what happens? Immediately death is guaranteed. So, similarly, Bhagavatam is very, very nectarian. It is very delicious, very beneficial for the soul, for the Atma. But if the same Bhagavatam, if it is heard from the mouth of a Vaishnava, a non-devotee, a Mayavadi, then it is like milk touched by a serpent, then our Krishna Bhakti is finished. Mayavadi bhasha sunile hoy sarvanash. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, if you hear from a Mayavadi, an unqualified person, then everything is finished. He says like that. So that's why hearing from a right source is very important. Sanatana Goswami has forbidden us, and all the Vaishnava acharyas have forbidden us, that we should not simply go and hear from anyone and everyone. We should go to a proper qualified person. Everybody cannot sit on Vyasasana. See, that qualification as here mentioned by the sages of Naimisharanya, what are the heavy qualifications, such a big, heavy qualifications to sit on Vyasasana, to be a representative of Vedavyas, not a small thing. So, we should not get misled and go and hear from anyone, everyone. If we hear like that, then our bhakti is finished. So, we are very fortunate, we are very lucky that we have a bona fide parampara acharya, a true representative of Vedavyas, Srila Prabhupada. And if we hear from Prabhupada, if we hear from the writings of Srila Prabhupada, if we hear Prabhupada Vani, then for sure we will develop attraction for Krishna, we will become Krishna realized, we will become God realized, we develop Krishna prema and achieve all perfection in life. So there are many places where the harmful effects of hearing from a non-devotee is mentioned. Like in one more place it is said, Satkarma nipuno vipro mantra tantra visharada avaishnava guruna sasyat. He says that Satkarma nipuno vipro mantra tantra visharada. Someone may be a very great scholar, he is Satkarma nipuna. Brahmana means he is Satkarma there. Patan patan yajan yajan dana patigraha. So he is nipuna in this. Satkarma nipuna. And vipra, highly scholarly man. And mantra tantra visharada. He is expert in all mantra and tantra, everything. But if he is a Vaishnava, guru na sasyat. If he is a non-devotee, he is not a pure devotee of Krishna, then he cannot become guru. He cannot become a spiritual master. Just by Sanskrit scholarship, just by mantra tantra visharada, one cannot become guru like that. But Sad Vaishnava Swapacho Guruhu. But even if it is Swapacha, but he is a Vaishnava, is a pure devotee, then he can become a guru. It is mentioned like that. So, and who can become Vaishnava unless he has taken shelter of another Vaishnava? Isn't it? So, only one who has served another pure devotee, then only he can become Vaishnava. This is the statement of Narottam Das Thakura also, isn't it? What is Chadiya Vaishnava Seva Nisthare Payache Keva? Unless we serve a Vaishnava, how can we become liberated? How can we develop Krishna Prema? Not possible, isn't it? So, one can become Vaishnava only when we take shelter of another pure devotee. Like Prabhupada, he is serving his guru, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, another great devotee. There's a parampara system. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo viduhu. Krishna himself has told this science of Krishna consciousness, this Bhagavat Tattva Vijnana, is a great science. Bhagavat Tattva Vijnana means what? It's a great science of Bhagavat Tattva Vijnana. So this has to be understood from a parampara system. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo viduhu. If someone says, I have no guru, I myself is a guru, I am myself an enlightened soul, I did not go to any guru, I don't require a guru, then it is, these are all, concocted ideas, and they are not bona fide gurus, and they are not qualified to sit on Vyasasana. One should not hear from such gurus. If we hear from such gurus, then we are gone. Like our bhakti will be choked up. We cannot make advancement. So, that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also said what? Yare deko tare kaho Krishna Upadesh. He did not say that, you speak your own Upadesha. Yare deko tare kaho Krishna Upadesh. You speak what Krishna has told. No, not that, you manufacture something, concoct something. Krishna is telling what? Tadviddi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te gnanam gnanina sattvadarshinaha. Should go to a tattvadarshi and then take knowledge from him. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo viduhu. In a parampara system, a disciplic succession, this knowledge is coming down. So all these statements are there by Krishna. So we have to simply speak Krishna Upadesha. Yare deko tahle ko Krishna Upadesh. Not that we invent something, manufacture something. Krishna himself is saying, you should take this knowledge from a parampara guru. And here this guru says, I have no guru. I don't want a guru. I myself got this knowledge and I am going to tell this knowledge to everyone. Then there is this is not Krishna Upadesh. This is not told by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. So you are manufacturing something. So this is not, as per Krishna's instruction in Bhagavad Gita. So we should not go to such gurus. Such gurus, if you take shelter, then sarpa uchishta payo yataha. The milk touched by a serpent, and what happens? It's a poisonous thing. Death is guaranteed. So this kind of, Mayavada Bhasha Sunile Hoya Sarvanash, kind of Mayavadis and Avaishnavas and concocted professional reciters, Bhagavatam reciters, they are not qualified to sit on Vyasasana. One should not go to hear such people. Very, very dangerous. So, Bhagavatam, it is said, Satam prasangan mama virya samvido bhavanti hrutkarna rasamrita kataha tad joshanat asapavarga vartmani shraddha ratir bhaktir anukramishati. Satam prasangat. Sata means what? Sata means devotees, Vaishnavas, pure devotees of Krishna. So we have to hear Krishna Katha in the association of pure devotees of Krishna. Okay, Satan prasangan mamavirya samvido. Then what happens? Tad joshanat asu apavarga vartmani. Joshanat means very quickly, ashu, very soon, very quickly. One can make advancement towards liberation, apavarga. And shraddha ratir bhaktir anukramishati. One's faith, one's attraction, one's devotion, everything will follow. If we hear Krishna Katha from right source, from a bona fide source, in association of Vaishnavas, if we hear Krishna Katha, then shraddha rati bhaktir anukramishati. But a non-bona fide source, then what happens? Material attachment will increase. If he is not a true devotee, a true Vaishnava, a bona fide representative of Vedavyas, from such a person, if you hear topics of Bhagavatam, then Shraddha, Ratir, Bhakti, nothing will develop. You only develop what? We develop attachment to material world only. We develop attachment for materialistic pursuits. Material attractions only will increase. There is no attraction for, no Shraddha, no Rati for Krishna, no Bhakti for Krishna, and Apavarga not possible. Will remain in Pavarga only. So these are the statements in Bhagavatam. So all these Bhagavad Saptaha handle Prabhupada criticized so much. Bhagavad Saptaha, this 7 days Bhagavad Katha. What is the 7 days Bhagavad Katha? Where it is mentioned in Bhagavatam? No, Parikshit Maharaj himself is telling that Nashta Praya Shabadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. No, Parikshit Maharaj, he had only 7 days time, but he himself is recommending everyone, one should hear Bhagavatam every day one should hear Bhagavatam. So like this, one should hear from a Mahabhagavata. There are so many qualifications of a Mahabhagavata. Mahabhagavata means what? Mahabhagavata means a Uttamadhikari. Uttamadhikari means there are 3 stages of a devotee. One is Kanishtadhikari, that is a Madhyamadhikari, and Uttamadhikari. Kanishtadhikari means he sees Krishna only in the deity. And he cannot understand who is a devotee, who is a non-devotee, how to deal with other living entities. None of these things he has any understanding. He just worships deity. He thinks deity is Krishna. Of course, deity is Krishna only, Archavatara. And he can only feel the presence of Krishna in the deity form, and he doesn't know how to relate with other living entities. That is called Kanishtadhikari. And Madhyamadhikari, he can make out 4 things. Ishvare tad adineshu balisha dushatsavsi. Means 4 things he can make out. One is Ishvara. Who is Supreme Lord? And tad adineshu, who are his devotees. Tad adineshu means Krishna's devotees. And Balisha means those who are innocent, those who are ignorant and innocent people. And Dushat means those who are envious people, asuras, demons, envious people. So these 4 things he can make out. That is called Madhyamadhikari. Madhyamadhikari, he can understand who is Krishna and who are the devotees of Krishna. And 3rd category is who are innocent people, who are ignorant and innocent people. And the 4th category are those who are envious, asuric people, asura, demoniac people, envious people. So he understands who is Krishna, and then he wants to engage in his service. And the devotees, he wants to make friendship with the devotees. Those who are innocent, those who are ignorant, he wants to preach to them. He wants to spread Krishna consciousness to the innocent people. And Dvisha, those who are envious, he avoids them. He stays away from envious people. These are the qualities of a Madhyamadhikari. And then a Mahabhagavata, a Uttamadhikari is called Mahabhagavata. A Uttamadhikari, a person who can sit on Vyasasana, he must be a Mahabhagavata, he must be a Uttamadhikari devotee. And what is his qualification? A Mahabhagavata, he only sees Krishna inside and outside. He is completely absorbed in thought of Krishna. Whatever he sees, he sees Krishna and Krishna's energies only. Sthavara jangama dekhe na dekhe tharamurthi sarvatra haya nija ishtadeva spurthi. This is stated in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So Mahabhagavata, he does not see sthavara jangama dekhe. Sthavara jangama means there are two things in this world, which are sthavara, which is fixed in one place, and jangama, which are moving around. So a Mahabhagavata, he does not see the sthavara and the jangama. He says what? Na dekhe taramurti. But what does he see? Sarvatra haya nija ishtadeva spurti. He only sees ishtadeva spurti. He only sees Lord Krishna everywhere, because he can make out that everything is display of Krishna and Krishna's energies only. Nothing is aloof from Krishna. Nothing is separated from Krishna. Because it is all the manifestation of Krishna's different energies only. Bhumirapo anulavayu kamano buddhirevacha ahankareti yamme bhinna me prakriti rashtada. These are all Krishna's energies only. So vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane gavi hastini shuni chaiva swapakecha pandita samadarshinaha. A Mahabhagavata, a Uttamadhikari, he sees samadarshinaha. He does not make any distinction. Here is a vidya brahmana gavi hastini swapakecha. No. He does not make any distinction. He only sees Krishna everywhere. That is a symptom of a Mahabhagavata, a Uttamadhikari. Another place Prabhupada says, who is a Mahabhagavata? Mahabhagavata or Bhagavatottama means what? One who has the power to possess Bhagavan in him is called Bhagavata. He is so powerful that he can possess Bhagavan in his hand or in his heart. He holds Bhagavan like that. So he's having that power to possess Krishna, Bhagavan in his heart, he controls Krishna. Because Krishna says, Aham Bhakta Paradina, I am under the control of my devotees. So Mahabhagavata, he is so dear to Krishna that he can even control Krishna. He possesses Krishna. So these are the symptoms of a Mahabhagavata, and these type of Mahabhagavatas are eligible to sit on Vyasasana. They are the one who can sit on Vyasasana and enlighten all the conditioned souls. So we see all these qualities, all these symptoms in the life of Srila Prabhupada. There's only one instance in the life of Prabhupada, one nice pastime. Like Prabhupada, he was in Los Angeles temple, and there was a devotee, a disciple of Prabhupada called Naranarayan. This disciple, he was known for making all these different asanas, very nice aristocratic asanas for Prabhupada. So they made one beautiful asana for Prabhupada in San Francisco temple. And then Tamal Krishna Goswami was asking Naranarayana to make one more in Los Angeles temple also. So in Los Angeles temple, Naranarayana, this disciple named Naranarayan, he designed a very nice aristocratic, a royal asana, a very beautiful looking royal Vyasasana for Prabhupada. And then, when Prabhupada arrived to Los Angeles temple, they invite Prabhupada to sit on this Vyasasana. But Prabhupada, though he is so qualified person, though he is so, and he is the right person actually, he is a true representative of Veda Vyas, and he is truly qualified to sit on that Vyasasana. But when they offered him this Vyasasana, Prabhupada said, I am not fit to sit on Vyasasana. Prabhupada's humility is so great. He is saying, I am not fit to sit on this Vyasasana actually. Actually, you should make my Guru Maharaj, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, to sit on this Vyasasana actually. You should keep his picture. I can only sit as his representative. If he permits, If I act as his representative, then only I can sit on that Vyasasana. So in fact, with great hesitation, he accepts this Vyasasana. And there was a festival of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj appearance day. So on that festival day, Srila Prabhupada says, today you should make Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj picture. You should place picture of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj on Vyasasana. And he sat down. He sat down and then he recited various prayers for Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. So like that. So Prabhupada, though he was so qualified person, he would never boast himself, or he would never take pride that I am sitting on Vyasasana, a position of Veda Vyas, and not like that. He would always consider himself as representative of his Guru. On behalf of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, he is taking this position, and only if Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj permits him, he will sit on that Vyasasana. Otherwise he won't. Like that. So such is the qualifications of a great devotees. So we are very lucky, we are so fortunate to get such kind of a true bona fide representative of Veda Vyas, Srila Prabhupada. So we are very fortunate to get such Mahabhagavata devotee, Mahabhagavata spiritual master, Bhagavatottama spiritual master, a Uttamadhikari spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, a true devotee, a true Vaishnava, a pure devotee, spiritual master, with all the qualifications, all these qualifications, like he's totally free from all vices, he's well versed in all the scriptures, as we can make out in his writings, what all scriptures he quotes in his books, and you have gone through them under proper guidance, because he studied them under his Guru, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, and has also explained them. Like, not just he has read it, he has studied it, but he has also explained it in a way which is understood by the public, by all the living entities, so that they will also make advancement in Krishna consciousness. So these are all perfectly suiting Srila Prabhupada's life, Srila Prabhupada's character, and we are very lucky to get such a Mahabhagavata spiritual master. So we all should take shelter of Srila Prabhupada and hear regularly Srila Prabhupada's Vani. We should read his books. Like whenever we read Prabhupada's books, it is very pleasing to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, once he was asked, many book distributors, they would come and give report to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, today we distributed 500 big books. We distributed so many literatures, like that. Then Prabhupada would say, okay, I am very happy to hear this score, but how many of you are reading my books? So Prabhupada would encourage everyone to read his books. He would say, I am taking so much of pain, I am taking so much of trouble to stay overnight and translate these books. For what? So that all my disciples would read these books and benefit from these books. So he would be very happy if anyone would read all these books of Prabhupada and enlighten others also. So it is very important that every one of us read Prabhupada's books, because Prabhupada says, I am living in my books. For another 10,000 years, he is going to live in his books, and disciples will make benefit from these books. So we have this wonderful opportunity to take association of a Mahabhagavata spiritual master and benefit from his writings. So we'll stop here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.